You're listening to Do This First, a daily personal development podcast that focuses on science-backed, actionable steps towards your best year ever. Hi, I'm Sandy, your host. Today we're continuing with our Finish Strong series, and of course, we've been focusing on the biggest business blunders and the last couple of episodes, and we've been really taking a deep dive on some of the things that businesses that are starting out and smaller businesses and solopreneurs don't do, like systemizing processes to free up your time to streamline your day-to-day and allow you to have more time to do the things that really matter, like develop more services and products. So today we're going to talk about data brokers, and some of you might not be familiar with that phrase, but you'll know what that phrase is before we end this podcast episode, and it really is a game changer. So when we browse the internet and visit e-commerce sites, e-commerce is like any site that sells anything. That's really what it comes down to. They often place a small piece of code that's called a cookie, and I'm sure you guys know what cookies are. When you go to a website, it'll say, this website stores cookies, and then it'll ask for your preferences, and you have the right to reject, and you also have the right to customize those preferences. So if it's Facebook or Google, they use pixels, and that's placed in your browser. These track your browsing behavior, like the products that you've viewed and added to your cart or even purchased. After you make a purchase or even just look at a product, these tracking mechanisms follow you across the internet, allowing businesses to serve ads for similar or complementary products based on your recent behavior. I'm sure you guys have noticed this. You buy something, you go onto a website to look at something, and all of a sudden you're getting all these ads that are similar. After you make a purchase or even just look at the products, there are several data brokers and aggregators that collect, analyze, and sell personal data to businesses for the purposes of marketing and targeting. Some of the most well-known companies in this space are Axiom, Experian, believe it or not, I know most of us know them as a credit bureau, CoreLogic, IntelliCorp, Epsilon, and Oracle Data Cloud, and InfoUSA, which they're called something else right now, but if you look them up, I'm sure their new name will come up, and they're also in this same type of business. How do they get all of the information? Through cookies, as I stated before, but they also look at public records and offline transactions. For those of us that are homeowners, a lot of those records, depending where you live, can be public. And so they get information from that as well. They get also information from survey responses. So if you've ever responded to a survey, they probably have your data. Loyalty programs, subscriptions, social media platforms, people very voluntarily share, what they just purchased, what restaurant they went to, what they eat, what they ate, new piece of clothing they bought, where they're going on vacation, where they work, just so many things. So they also track that information. And then, of course, there's the third-party data collection, websites and apps that ask you for your preferences. The reason why this is a game changer is because it can really help you zero in on a new audience and your intended audience, because they have this granular information, very detailed information that can help you target these personas that would probably be interested in what you have to offer. One of the ways that businesses might have, one thing is that especially if you're a smaller business, you might not have the internal resources to gather and analyze large amounts of data. So data brokers can help you get access to high quality data that would otherwise be out of reach. Here's how you can leverage the data. You can improve your marketing efforts. Small businesses especially can use data brokers to better understand their target markets, their targeted market demographics, their purchasing behaviors and preferences. This allows you to refine your marketing messages and target your audience more effectively, which of course will increase your return on investment. And customer profiling. With data on consumer behavior and preferences, you can create detailed consumer profiles. This helps in product development and service offerings and tailoring your sales pitch. And then of course geographical targeting. If your business operates in a specific region, then data brokers can provide insights into local demographics, which can be optimized which can help optimize location-based marketing. You can also enhance your sales cycle. The information provided by the data brokers helps to identify high-value leads. This makes prospecting much more efficient and improves the sales pipeline. And then just competitive intelligence, if you really think about it. Your business can use data broker insights to monitor the competition. Understanding the strategies and behaviors of competitors can help you stay competitive and find new opportunities in the marketplace. And then the products and services innovation. When you study market trends, customer preferences, and feedback from data brokers, you can identify gaps in the market or unmet needs. And we talked about the unserved population. This can help you innovate and adjust your offerings accordingly. The price ranges for this type of service really run the gamut. I mean, it runs anything from like cents on the dollar to thousands of dollars, depending on volume and how specific you want to be. One of the things you should really think about when you're making the determination whether going the data brokerage route is for you is think about the cost effectiveness. You should assess whether the data that you're going to purchase is worth the cost. In many cases, a targeted, smaller data set can offer great value than a large generic one. So keep that in mind, especially if you're still trying to figure out your audience. And then the data privacy and ethics involved. It's crucial to really ensure that you're complying with data protection regulations. When purchasing your data, using consumer data without proper consent can lead to problems. So you have to make sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing there. And the data brokers are very good at giving you the information, and how to proceed. Choosing the right broker is critically important because not all data brokers are the same. If you're a solopreneur or a smaller business, you should carefully research brokers to ensure that the data that they offer is accurate and up to date and tailored to what you want it for. You also might be wondering what's the best way to maximize your investment if you do indeed purchase from a data broker. Well, one thing you should definitely do is sync up with a customer data platform. You use a CDP like Blue Comic, Whole, or Segment. These will centralize your customer data and segment your audience and create personalized marketing strategies based on those insights. Also, don't forget to import to your CRM. If you need a CRM, as I stated in a previous podcast episode, Zoho is free. So there's no reason not to have a CRM so that all your customers are in one place. And it makes it easier to send them marketing emails as well. And also automate your targeted marketing campaigns. You can absolutely schedule these. Definitely email based on behavioral targeting. You can use Active Campaign, which allows you to send automated emails based on user behaviors like browsing activity. You can create customer segments, use the data to identify different customer segments based on demographics or behaviors, location, interests. This allows you to target groups with tailored messages and offers and campaigns. And it can also help you refine your targeting. For example, you might have a segment of high-income individuals who are likely to purchase luxurious products or specialized services. And then you may have another segment that's just geographically concentrated. And again, any of those service segments can help you with identifying those different opportunities within your audience. You should also use the data, the insights from the data, to anticipate customer needs and personalize their experience. Personalization is so hugely important because it makes the customer feel that they're not a number and that you care, and that's important. For example, the data might reveal that a customer has recently shown interest in a particular product or category. Offer them a tailored discount on similar items. You should absolutely customize your offers, provide exclusive deals, product recommendations, or loyalty program incentives based on the data insights that you've gathered. All of this is hugely important because customers can go anywhere for a product, for a service. You kid yourself when you think, oh, well, I have this one of a kind. No, you don't. No, you don't. There's probably other service providers don't have the exact same thing, but they probably have something comparable. Never think that your customers won't go somewhere else. Especially with the internet, there are so many opportunities to come across other service providers. Make sure that you personalize the customer experience for them by providing products and services that they want. And you'll know what that is by looking at your data, but if your brand spanking new, you can also purchase from one of these data brokers, and you'll have a lot of insights to consumer behavior, and you'll see some of the emerging trends as well. And you'll see some pockets there where you can add value by creating a product or service, by by targeting or tailoring your offering to a specific need. These are great opportunities, and data brokers are one of the surefire ways to zero in on your audience and to optimize your marketing efforts. If you like what you're hearing, don't forget to leave a review. You can also read a full transcript of this podcast episode and all of my podcast episodes on my blog, DoThisFirst.life. And while you're there, sign up for my weekly newsletter. You can also listen to all of my podcast episodes on my website. And you can also sign up for my YouTube channel. And my handle there is @DoThisFirst. Tomorrow we'll continue with our Finish Strong series, concentrating on the biggest blunders businesses make when they're at the ramp-up stage or when they're smaller. And this time around, we're going to talk about post-sales and customer success, because these are some of the best ways to, now that you have, customers, this is one of the best ways to ensure that your customers keep coming back to you. And if you're starting out fresh and you still haven't developed a customer base, this is something that you should be doing so that once your customers go through your sales funnel, you'll be able to retain them and they'll keep coming back to you time and time again. Till tomorrow. Moving back.